your girl Victoria back to you with another review for Caught in the Act, Unfaithful Season 3, Episode 7, called She for the Streetz. Is she for the streets? I don't know, but we know who for the streets, and it's Streetz. So we get introduced to Trey. He's dressed like he going to prom. I mean, it's not a bad outfit, but it's just kind of like, sir, you're doing a little bit too much. I understand we want to dress up for Tammy Roman, but sir, you looking like you're going to prom back in 2009. So the coordination, color coordination, the royal blue and everything, it was nice. It was nice. Even with the little glitter handkerchief and stuff. It was nice. But I'm just like, why are we dressed like this to meet up with someone who's gonna help us see if our significant other is cheating on us when we should know already that our significant other is probably cheating on us? Whatever. Anyway, he in a relationship with a girl named Alicia, and he met her at a pool party. I guess she done fell in the pool and he saved her life. I'm like, what type of bootleg love don't cost a thing movie scene is this? But okay, cool, whatever. So they, I don't know if it was love at first sight, but they've been inseparable since. I don't remember how long he said they've been together, but they talk about marriage and kids, and she want to kind of hold off on it, because she young, still trying to figure out life, because she only 23, he 30. So it's like he want to move forward, but she not ready for that yet. And she obviously showing her age, because she can't communicate. Well, granted, a lot of people can't communicate no matter what age they are, but she definitely can't communicate her feelings. So anywho, she been acting different lately, you know what I'm saying, with her phone. She used to not have no passcode on her phone, but now she got a passcode on her phone. And then when she be over at his house, she used to just leave her phone laying around or whatnot, but now she be tucking it under the pillow and be hiding it all over. So, she got something going on her phone that she don't want him to see, clearly. So, he want to know what's going on. So the last thing he said was, apparently, she said she was going to work. He tried to pop up on her with some flowers and food and whatnot, and come to find out she didn't work there, wherever she said she was working. Like, she said she works at a smoke shop, which she does, but I guess the address she gave him was a different address. So when he popped up to that address that she said she worked at, she don't even work there. So how'd y'all get over that hump? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But, we don't really get into much detail about that. We just see Tammy taking on the case and Kevin being the PI for the case. But I'm just kind of like, there's a lot of holes from your story that's missing. And on top of that, it seems like, had you explored those holes, you wouldn't need the show, Homeboy Trey. But, you want all of us to know what's going on with your life. So here we are. So we get to day 1 of surveillance. Alicia is at Trey's house, and she gets a phone call and then ends up going to work. Later on, she goes back to Trey's complex. I didn't say his house. To his complex. Mind you, they have cameras in his house. She don't walk in until 2 hours after driving into the complex. So, come on, we ain't dumb here. She went to somebody else's house. Now, when he was talking with Tam, I already knew, first off, the title of the episode, and then him talking about his homeboy named Streetz, and that they live in the same complex. I already knew what was game, but I don't know if they don't tell the PI what's going on, the whole details, but I already figured out who it was from that scene. But PI acting like, why is she not coming in the house after 2 hours of driving in the complex? Sir, we know why, but we got to make it, do this fake facade for the TV show. So, anywho, later on, after she comes back in the house after 2 hours, we see Trey come in and, she makes him dinner or whatever. And then she ends up leaving and then goes home. So, after that, we get to day 2. Day 2, she goes to Trey's apartment complex, but once again doesn't go to his house. And, instead goes to his homeboy Streetz' house. How do we know that for sure? Because I guess Trey got her a purse, but the show rigged the purse with a camera. They, left it on her front door. And she loved the purse and she took it to homeboy Streetz' house. So now we seeing that they chilling. She taking off her little flip-flops. He got on some ridiculous type slippers. And it don't take them long till they leave the living room area. We know where they went. They went to the damn bedroom to do what they needed to do, which was FUCK. Now, from what Tammy said, the time span of that was 30 minutes. It don't take much to get a quickie off. Okay, so like I said, we already know what's going on. We already know what's tea, but we gotta act like, oh, we need confirmed evidence, to prove that they doing what they doing, because you got people who delusional like Trey, who make it seem like, oh, ain't nothing happening. But we'll get to that scene shortly. Anyway, so after they finish that session, she goes to work, comes back from work. Actually, when she goes to work, she talks with a coworker about she got a text from her man. The coworker was like, "Oh, that's Trey." She's like, "No, that ain't Trey. Trey ain't giving me what he need to be giving me. He ain't giving me no good D. He financing me, but like I'm not getting sexually satisfied from him. But my man, he's sexually satisfying me. He giving me phenomenal D." And we already know who that is, but once again, we're gonna play it on long to see if we can get the confirmed evidence. Anyway, after work, she goes back to Street's house. And, they touching and kissing. She's sitting on top of his lap on the couch and whatever, showing butt cheeks. And, they eventually go to the room. And I'm just kind of like, so all of these people, of all these episodes, they don't do nothing on the couch. Everybody goes to the room. Granted, the bed is more comfortable than the couch, but like, if you're already getting on and popping and it's getting heated on the couch, we not going. Round one's not gonna be on the couch. No, oh, okay. But everybody doing stuff in the bedroom. Nobody want to do nothing on the couch, because you know why? Cameras are there. I'm not stupid. This is not my first rodeo watching this damn show. But I'm just kind of like, y'all be blurring Aaron's junk from his thing from last episode. We could blur things out if they did something on the couch. But, they just make out and touch and then end up going to the... All right, whatever. So they go do what they done did. And after that, I mean, that's full-blown proof right there. So we have Trey meeting up with Tammy and Ken to go over the footage. And the first footage, before we see the full-blown, like, they went to go fuck, after she got off work. At first he was being delusional. It's like, oh, okay, so she's at his house. They ain't really doing nothing. I trust my boy. And I'm just like... Trey, your delusion is concerning. The fact that you trust. She been going to his house. I understand you didn't see nothing yet, but they chilling on the couch. Then they disappeared for 30 minutes. With her flip-flops off. I understand innocent until proven guilty, but Trey, you... Okay. But once they actually showed him, like, oh yeah, they went to go F, and they was talking about effing after the fact, then that's when, he want to get upset and stand up, take his mic off, and walk away. I'm not saying I don't have sympathy for Trey, but, when people are delusional, like blatantly delusional for no, like, I try my best to empathize with them, but at the same time, I'm looking at them like, so you couldn't figure this out without getting Tammy and them involved. No. For goodness sake, she in your complex, bruh. At your homeboy's house. So you must not be hanging out with your homeboy that often if you can't figure out what's going on between your girl and your homeboy, your best friend, your brother. Anyway, so Ken goes after him because, after he walks off, it goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect. Ken goes after him, gets him to come back to the table, and then Tammy offers the team up for takedown, so he does the takedown. We get to the takedown. Alicia and Streetz are at her job at a smoke shop, and, they're walking out of the store hand in hand, touching and feeling each other all up on the car and whatnot. Trey has seen enough. He jumps out the van, pops up on them. Alicia is, like, we're, they always like, oh, it's with all these cameras, nudges the camera out her face. Tammy and Ken come out to try to calm everything down. She kind of going bewildered, wild and whatnot, pushing the cameras and stuff like that. Security holding her back, security holding Trey back. And then, we go to commercial for dramatic effect, come back from commercial for dramatic effect. I'm looking at homegirl Alicia. I'm like, so were you at work or you just went to the smoke shop with homeboy to, get some merchandise for y'all to have a smoke sesh back at his place? Because why you don't got no bra on? She don't got no bra on, nipples showing through the shirt, boobies like literally falling out of underneath her shirt. I'm like, ma'am, Alicia, this not a good look, girl. Not on national TV. Not that you knew you was gonna be on national TV, but at the same time, we just really just letting it flip flop all over the place to the smoke shop. Whatever. Maybe they just finished fucking and then they went to go to the smoke shop to, because he ran out of something. I don't know. But anyway, Tammy pulls Alicia to the side to talk. Alicia said she didn't know how to tell Trey. He obviously does things for her financially, but, she has better connection with Streetz and, he gives her better D, all that stuff. So she really just using Trey for finances and not really for anything else other than that. And, Streetz is her man. And then back with Ken, he's talking with the fellas. Streetz said, Alicia for the streets, and, she came onto him, and he thought Trey knew that, and he didn't know that, they were that serious because him and Alicia have been kicking it for a year. So Trey was like, oh, we're supposed to be brothers, and Streetz was like, yeah, even my mom called you son and whatnot. So Trey was like, he loved her, he was trying to marry her. Streetz is laughing like, because Streetz knows, because first off, he's saying, oh, I didn't know you guys were that serious. He lying. He knew, but he's just like, well, she gonna be rocking with me. So pretty much Streetz done stole your girl, Trey. And that's why he was laughing when he said he was trying to marry her, because he already knew that she was gonna rock with him. At the end of the day, she had a choice between Trey and Streetz. She gonna choose Streetz. So Streetz already knew in his head, like, I already got this girl, dog. So you think he gonna marry her? You think he gonna marry my girl? That's my woman. That's the way Streetz is moving. That's the vibe I'm getting from him from this whole episode. So back with Tammy and Alicia, you have Alicia, up talking Streetz and stuff like that. Tammy's like, how you gonna up talk this man when he's saying you for the streets? So Alicia was like, oh no, we need to handle that quick. So Tammy pulls Streetz to talk with Alicia. She checks him, and then at first he tried to make it seem like it is what it is, but men, toxic men especially, they know what they doing. Especially if they know you digmatized by them, they know exactly what to say to make you, to put a smile on your face, to make your heart melt and stuff, so you don't be mad no more. And that's exactly what he did. He used his toxicity to get her all up, feeling okay again, go walking up to her, the thing guys do when they walk up to you, especially if they taller than you, looking down on you and stuff, and kind of pushing themselves on you and stuff, so you could kind of just be like, so that's exactly what he did with Alicia. And he grabbing on her booty and stuff, she feeling up on him, and pretty much, he said that's his woman, he likes her. She said that's her man. They gonna stick by, she gonna stick beside him. He gonna stick beside her. They gonna still do what they do. So pretty much, we already know where this is going. They pull Trey to let him know, and he just pretty much just saying, I like, what else is there for him to say? There's really nothing for him to say. So Street's letting us know in his little confessional that he got what he wanted, even though he had to sacrifice a brotherhood. It was never a brotherhood. You ain't shit, Streetz. Alicia, she ain't shit. And when we get to the 3 months later update, Trey said he hasn't spoken to either one of them, and he's talking to somebody new. Okay, that's fine, Trey. Just make sure you don't let your homeboys know who you talking to, and don't let your girl know who your friends are. At this point, I mean, I wish everybody in this situation the best of luck. Trey, Streetz, and Alicia, but I'm not going to be surprised if Alicia and Streetz don't work out, because how you get them is how you lose them. I feel like Streetz know that Alicia's for the streets, but he gonna do what he can with her in the time being. As far as Alicia, she probably thinks she's gonna marry him. They gonna be together. Maybe she might trap him with a baby. I don't know. This is just my assumption. And if they do last, then I sit corrected. Because sometimes they do. Sometimes fucked up situation like this, the two fucked up people in the situation, they do end up lasting. So they could last. I'm not saying they can't, but I just wouldn't be surprised if they don't. But this should be a lesson to everybody. You know, you can't trust people. People be trifling. Twin brothers, your best friends. People be trifling. That's why you just gotta pick and choose, man. It's just hard out in these streets, you know. You don't know who to trust no more. Trust no one at this point. Not even yourself. It's sad to say that, but in this, you can't even trust yourself at this point. So I mean, that was the end of the episode. I felt bad for Trey, but at the same time, it's like I didn't really feel too bad for Trey because he was being delusional. Like I said, he probably already knew what was going on, but he was too delusional to really see it for himself. That's why he had to get other people to tell him so he could be like, you know, he can't run away from it after the fact. Trey, I just hope you do better. Hopefully this girl not, you know, fucking around on you either. Hopefully you have better choices. And seek therapy to help you with your delusion. Because that was a major red flag of you in this episode. But you know, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. We ain't talking about these people no more. If you laughed, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, I'm sorry. My jokes was a little dry. That's it happens. Come back tomorrow, you know. Hopefully I can make you laugh then, so you can subscribe then. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.